Hello. This video I'll be diving into my personal underrated CS2 investments that I believe will succeed. Also, I apologize for not having CS gameplay in this video. I'm currently home for the holidays and do not have access to my computer. To start off, I've been in the CS investing scene for about 4 years now, and after spending a good amount of time in it, I believe I have a good grasp on the market and feel confident enough to be able to share my opinions. Firstly, I want to state that any investment should not be picked just because you hear me or any other YouTuber talk about them. These videos are meant to share information I believe is important. You should always do your own research and come to your own conclusions on what to buy. After all, it is your own money. Okay, so for the first items I think is a great opportunity to buy right now is the Control Collection Grays. I believe this because of a few factors. Firstly, the reason for buying Grays in a collection is because of trade-ups. The Control Collection is discontinued, meaning that no new skins can be created, so we can only create trade-ups using the ones that are currently out there. I believe the high-tier skins in the collection are currently undervalued. The Op Fade on buff is currently listed slightly below $1,000 at around the $950 range. When looking at float.db, it can be seen that there are around 11,000 of them in existence currently. When compared to the other high tier ops, such as the Gungnir or Dragonlore, it is a lot more supply than both of them. While it may seem like a negative, it is important to remember that the CS market as a whole is a more demand side market than it is supply. And we can see that the demand for the Op Fade has fallen 28% in the past 60 days. I think this creates a great opportunity to buy the grays because with buy orders, currently you can get the MP9 Army Machine, for example, for under 60 cents. And more likely than not, over time, demand for the Op Fade will return. Another factor that plays into the grays being a great investment, in my opinion, is the other popular skin in the collection, the M4A1S Blue Phosphor. While it is actually a pink skin in the collection, it is actually fairly sought after. In terms of the trending tabs on Price Empire, it can be seen that it's actually ahead of the Op Fade in terms of the total market cap. How I interpret this data is that many people, instead of using the skin as a trade up, they're actually keeping it, meaning that people actually like the skin and don't just see it as trade up filler for the Op Fade. I think that through the combination of these factors, buying the Control Collection Grays for a long-term hold, I think, will pan out to be a good investment. Now, another investment that I believe to be underrated and a good pickup is higher tier agent skins. I first want to preface that this pick, while still having data behind it, is more of a speculative pick for me than the others, but I strongly believe in the growth of agents. Firstly, with the release of CS2, agents show up a lot more, such as in the beginning screen of the game, and as such, they had an increase when CS2 initially came out. The one that I truly believe in specifically is Sir Bloody Miami Daryl. I note the entire market as a whole was inflated at the point of the CS2 market release, but the higher tier agent skins such as Sir Bloody Miami Daryl held its ground for a decent sum of time after the initial hype. But with the recent market crash, the price on the skin has fallen, creating a good opportunity to buy in. But I do want to preface, if you do decide to buy this agent skin though, this would be one that I highly recommend buying from a third party market site. This is because this is one of the items where there's a huge price difference between what it is on Steam and what it is on a third-party market site. So if you're debating between using funds that you have on Steam Market or using money that you have externally, I would personally go with external money. The real drive behind my pick for this item is my opinion of the overall market as a whole on agents. When they first released, they were not very popular with the community as people thought they were unnecessary and didn't change enough about the game to warrant purchasing them. But I would say towards the end of Operation Riptide, the community started to come around to them more, causing a large spike in their price. But I feel as if they're still an underrated pick because most of the community still does not mention them very much. Overall, while this is more of a speculative pick, I personally believe that it will pan out well over the long run. The last underrated item that I believe will succeed is the M4A1S print stream. First off, the print stream is in the Broken Fang case, meaning that the supply that can exist is limited because the case is no longer able to be dropped. Also, it has a sharp decrease mainly because the skin does not look the same as it did compared to how it did in CSGO. Compared to how it did in CSGO, it has lost a lot of the pearlescent effect that it had beforehand that made it so iconic. But I reached out and commented under the printstream creator JTPNZ's Twitter account, talking about how I noticed that the pearlescent effect on the gun is gone and how I hoped it would be fixed. While I did not receive a response, he created a tweet the next day saying that he was working in CS2 currently to give us an updated version of the gun. So, once he completes this and it looks how it did in CSGO, I believe that the gun will increase in price. Most likely not to the high price it was back in March, but it is unrealistic to believe that anything will reach the highs that it did back in March anytime soon, as it was highly inflated. And those are my picks for the video. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, as this is my first video and I want to see if people would like more content related to the CS market as a whole. I think it is important to get your information for making any type of investment from multiple sources, and I'm happy to share my 2 cents online to try to help other members of the market and community succeed in their purchases. I will see you in the next one.